Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jam and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is me answering all of your questions. I do get a bit yammery at the end, but I think it's okay. Hopefully. I really like Q&As. I like watching them. I like doing them. So let me know if you have any more questions you would like me to answer. Silly, fun, nonsense, super serious, I'm here for it all. So yeah, my face is done for this video. I just want to play some eyeshadows, something quick and easy so I could answer your questions and stay a bit focused. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, you can do that now. I upload a bunch of videos every single week, and if you click on the bell and choose all, YouTube will notify you when I upload a new one. And you can choose to watch it or not. It's totally up to you. No pressure from me. Either way, I appreciate you being here. Oh, also, Kat gets into some shenanigans during the filming of this video. So, he's being good now, but be warned. All right, let's go. Here we go. A couple whiles ago, I posted on my community tab and on Instagram and Facebook wanting to do a Q&A. So I decided today I'm just going to play with some eyeshadows, do a look, and answer the questions that I got. So the first question came from my stepsister. Hopefully she doesn't mind that I'm naming names. I don't know, should I keep it anonymous? I don't think so. We're not anonymous type people here. Okay, so the first question was basically wanting me to talk about how going from one mobility aid to wheels, power wheels or manual wheelchair isn't a tragedy. So her point was that a lot of times people view it as a negative when you have to, go from using crutches or a cane or a walker to actual wheelchair. And what most people don't understand is that it allows you so much more freedom. It's not a bad thing to quote unquote give up. That's not what you're doing. You are freeing yourself from risk of fall, from being stuck in a situation that you can't get out of, or not being able to leave your house. So I was able to walk up until like 17 years ago. And then I broke my foot, and in the time it took my foot to heal, I lost the ability to walk at all. At that point, I was barely walking. Like I couldn't walk unassisted. So when I finally went with the wheelchair, I was like, I could go shopping. I could go and do things that I wasn't doing because I couldn't get around. And then about 9 years ago, well, okay, so 10 years ago, I qualified for my insurance to help me get Power Wheels, which is a power wheelchair. And I tried it for a couple of days and I hated it, like with such a passion. I couldn't stand it. It made me feel more crippled, which is ridiculous. But I thought, using the manual wheelchair seemed the better way to go. It felt like other people had to work for being able to get around. Why should I be able to sit in a power chair and just go? That didn't feel right to me, which is so stupid. Thinking back on it, I wasted so much time not taking the power chair for what it actually was, which was freedom. So about a year after I got it, I decided to get it out. I put it in a closet and left it there. So I got it out and I decided that I was going to go to Rite Aid and buy a nail polish. Back in the day, Tammy and I would get nail polish, usually from the clearance bin because we were super poor. And it was like, okay, if we could get a nail polish, everything was fine. Like nothing was so bad that it couldn't be handled. And so I decided if I could go and get a nail polish and come home, that everything's fine. There's nothing I can't do. if I can accomplish that. So I put my earbud in and I turned on my music and I went out the door. I was shaking so hard. I was scared witless. But I went to Rite Aid and I bought a nail polish and I came home and I painted my nails. And for me, it was like, wow, all the things opened up. I could take the kids to the park, to the playground. We could go and do all the things and I wasn't stuck anymore. There was no more I can't because. So if you see somebody in a wheelchair or in a power chair or using some kind of device, do not poor baby them, because they hopefully are living their best lives and it's not a bad thing. Going from being able to get around a little bit to wheels is an amazing thing. And I mean, obviously I waited too long and I shouldn't have, but yeah, I'm so glad I finally did it. All right, next question. Apparently Nikki Lynn has decided she hates me. And she said, if you could only use 2 palettes for the rest of your life, what would they be and why? Nikki, I would have to say, I haven't thought about these questions. I got them, I screenshotted them, and I left it alone. I want this to be like kind of spur of the moment-ish, which I like. It feels more genuine than thinking things through, which is goofy, but there you have it. I would pick a Nomad palette. Probably right now, with how I feel, it would be the Whistler Snow Lodge palette. And I would probably pick a Blend Bunny. Probably the Dollhouse, because it's full of neutrals, but it's got a lot of really good shimmery shades too. So painfully enough, I think those would be my 2 palettes. Thankfully that never has to happen and Nikki can go back to being nice to me again. Her next question was, what made you get into makeup and what's been your fave part of the journey so far? I've always been into makeup. I don't remember not being into makeup. So probably my mom. You know, she was into Avon and Mary Kay and all the things back in the day. And she always made sure I had makeup. But my fave part of the YouTube's journey and doing makeup on the interwebs is the friends I've made. I'm not a person who makes friends. I stick to myself. I assume I am not a hindrance, but I try to not inconvenience people, and I feel like I can be an inconvenience. So that's been like the best part, is that I've made actual friends, people that I genuinely full on care about. She said, if you could collab with any brand, who would it be and what would your palette look like? She talked to me once before about doing a video about what kind of palette I would create. I honestly don't know, but I think I would want to work with Nomad. I genuinely love the brand, the company. Felicia is just, she is so nice and actually talks to me, and we are very close in age. I think I might be a tiny bit older than her. So I think we would have the same kind of values and ideas when it came to creating a collab. And it would probably be very colorful, because I love colorful makeup. I just do. I can't help it. Maybe one of these days I'll really think about what I would want a palette to look like and maybe do a video on it. All right, next question is, if you had access and money to do whatever you wanted in the whole world, what would you do? This one's kind of vague. Are we talking about money and access to like forever? Or like, I'm not sure. All the money and access. if we're speaking to a limited time, I would probably want to go on a big vacation with all of my kids and the grandbabies and everybody. I think that would be fun. Simple, but I would really like that a lot. Okay, Shawnee asks, first question, can I steal this idea? Of course, with my blessing, take it and do it. Second, what types of videos are your fave to make watch? Do you think your love of makeup will ever lessen? My favorite videos to do are ones that come kind of organically, like ones that I'm really excited to do because, I don't know, it feels like the right thing or the right topic, or just ones that I'm excited about. And my favorite videos to watch are longer videos. I do like a longer video, and I like the ones that aren't heavily edited, where people are just like having fun doing their makeups. Those are my favorite. I'll watch lots of different kinds, but those are my favorite ones, where the person is so happy to be doing what they're doing that you can't help but smile along with them. Do you know what I mean? That just feels like the best to me. This next question is by My Nails and More by Jonah. She said, what would you do if you had a day that you could do anything? I would probably like one day, just silliness, nothing big and heavy because I can't go there right now. I would probably dance, like actually dance. I miss dancing. I miss driving, but I think I would dance. Or would I hug somebody? Maybe I would hug all the people, because my arms are busted junk, so I can't actually hug anybody. And it's been a long time since I've done that. So maybe I would hug or dance or both. All right, these next set of questions come from Erica Conger, who is Erica Conger Beauty here on the YouTubes. And she said, what is your favorite dessert? Yes, I love dessert. Honestly though, probably I would go with, if I don't have to make it, cheesecake. I love cheesecake. It's not hard to make, but it is kind of a pain. So, by the time I get done making one, I'm not really into eating it, but like on the cruise, I'll order cheesecake. That's not good at all. Let me just get this blended out and then I'll go fetch that. All right. Also, I should mention, I used to make cheesecake and sell it to like friends, family, friends of friends, local restaurant. So everything is yummier when you don't have to make it yourself. You know what I mean? So yeah, I love all desserts though, except tiramisu. I haven't had it in a really long time, but I don't think I like it. All right, who is your least favorite musical group? There's a lot of music I don't listen to, but I don't think I have a least favorite musical group. I tend to not, like, I don't know, I tend to just not if I don't love it. You know what I mean? Like, instead of having a least favorite, is nope out. I know what you are thinking, but you have food in your bowl. I don't know what this shenanigans is all about today. Cat's struggling. I love these unearthly liners as eyeshadow. I'll have to go back over that with some of the brown. But okay, next question. What family member do you get along with the best? Okay, so I don't really have a lot of family members. Like, there's a lot of family in my family. There's a lot of people in my family, but we are so messed up, like beyond. Are you eating Rufus again? Okay, man, the shenanigans today. Yeah, so I have a big family, but we don't like talk at all. Any of us, like we just don't. I have 2 sisters and I have my stepsister Tammy, and we all get along beautifully. We are really, really good friends. We talk all the time, like we're good. So yeah, definitely my sisters. Who was your idol growing up? Dolly Parton. There is nobody else. She is everything. To me, she is the be all end all. It's Dolly Parton. Still. If you could use only one makeup brand for the rest of your life, what would it be? Now Kat has dumped over my garbage. I think he wants to fight. One makeup brand? I would have to say Blend Bunny, right? Because they pretty much have all the things at this point. So yeah, for all the makeups. I mean, aside from like foundation, concealer, stuff like that, it would probably have to be Blend Bunny. He is cruising for a bruise, and let me tell you. How many states in the US have you traveled to? I have been to every single state on the Eastern Seaboard. So there's quite a few. All of them down the East Coast, Pennsylvania. I don't know how many states that is. Let me do the math. Just kidding. I'm horrible at geography. However many is on the Eastern Seaboard, that's how many I've been to. The next question is, he has emptied out my entire makeup trash can. Nothing in it's yucky. We're gonna fight today. I have stuff to do after this. The next question is, what is the best piece of advice you've ever received, and what is the best piece of advice you've ever given? When I was 11, my mother locked herself in her room for 3 days. It was awful. It was horribly upsetting for my sisters and I. And she had a friend at the time who, you know, kind of tried to help us and comfort us. And she told me about the Serenity Prayer. Believe what you want. Don't believe what you don't want. I'm not here to tell you anything. But the gist of it is, it's very distracting to accept the things you can't change the things you can, but know the difference. And I have literally survived, I think, simply because somehow in my brain, I am able to let go of things I can't change. Obviously, I struggle here and there with it because I'm normal, like a human, and it's normal to struggle, but I can let it go, and I can just not think about it and move on. So I feel like that's the best piece of advice I've ever been given. As for the best advice I've ever given, I think it would just have to be, do what makes you happy. Be your favorite version of yourself. You know, whatever that looks like day to day. Be your favorite version of yourself. I have the sign on my wall my best friend gave me. It's on my phone. It is, I do believe it, and I tell everybody, just be your favorite version of you. Because that's like the best, right? Your favorite self has got to be pretty kick-ass, right? So yeah, I think that's the best advice I've ever given. All right, next question, because we are blowing through these. From Susie Leo on Instagram, she said, if someone would give you a makeup yes day, what would you like it to look like? Honestly, I would love to have my makeup done professionally. Like just somebody else who can make me look pretty. I think that would be so amazing. So yeah, I think that'd be cool to just have my makeup done professionally and maybe learn a couple of things on how to look my best. The next question is from Mike's brother Glenn. He said, what is the airspeed velocity of an unlanded swallow? Now Mike said African or European. And Glenn said, why European, of course. So apparently, Mike, having done the research, it is 20.4. Mike's brother and Mike, they're just hilarious. They are some of the funniest people ever, ever, ever. And the last question I have is from my sister, Karen. And she said, what do you do to handle negativity? And it comes back to like not thinking about the things that I can't change. I really, really, really try not to give it any of my energy. I don't get a whole lot of negativity like in my life. I mean, I give myself quite a bit of negativity from time to time, but yeah, I don't get a lot of negativity. I don't have a lot of people in my life, so the people that I do have are pretty darn awesome. So yeah, I don't get a lot of negativity. All right, I'm gonna go off camera real quick, finish up my eyes, some mascara, some liner, maybe a lash, we'll see. And then I'll come back, show you the final look, and if you're interested in what else on my face, I'll let you know then. And then we'll be done. All right, I'm back. I did use my Viseart matte palette. I think this is just neutral matte eyeshadow palette for my mattes. And then for the inner corner and highlight, I used my NJC highlight palette. My blush is the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism blush. What is this called? Palette. Wow. I use this shade. I don't think these blushes are meant for someone like me. My contour is the Melt little stack that I got in the 2 lightest shade. My bronzer is the lightest bronze shade. My foundation is a combination of the Makeup Forever HD Skin. I have 1N14 and 3R44. So I mixed these two for my foundation today, and I really like how it looks. And then my concealer is the Maybelline Superstay. I know I like this, but as I was doing my makeup today, I was talking to Dallas, and I was just like, wow, everything looked really good. I don't know if like my skin is happy, like we had a good weekend, and I don't know, but I thought my makeup went on and looked really nice today, which is an unsettling feeling. So that's what's on my face. My lips are my Juvia's Place lip liner in Cola, my Natasha Denona liquid lipstick in the shade Melba, and then I use some of this Made by Mitchell liquid blusher in Drip Drip just for some sparkle on my lips, because that was fun for me. And then obviously I used the Unearthly liners as the multi-chrome eyeshadows on my lids and under my eyes. I did put a little, though these little doobies are fantastic. I'm so glad I got them. They are amazing. I generally speaking, I don't do liquid liner because I can't. I am not that talented. I can't do a wing. My eyes are super hooded, and though I want to learn, I haven't given up yet. I just haven't actually done it yet. So I really had no business buying these multi-chrome liquid liners from Unearthly, but I'm so glad I did because they are not just eyeliners. They're amazing. I cannot get over how much I love them. So this wasn't a question that I got, and I'm really surprised I didn't get more questions regarding disability. I don't make a big deal on my channel about being crippled because it's not who I am. I am a regular person who loves makeup, who loves babies, who has a really good life. I just happen to be crippled. And I think Tamara's right. Like, there is a stigma that comes with being crippled. You know, you see things all the time about, oh, what a good guy he is for being with her because she's crippled. And Mike has heard, we have heard people say, you're amazing for being with her. Why? I'm delightful. I'm lovely. He's lucky to have me. And I say that to people because it's like, I am lucky to have him, but I'd be lucky to have him whether I was crippled or not. So I feel like we got to change how we look at relationships between, you know, the Crips and non-Crips and just everybody, you know, like, we're all equal. So what if I can't walk or lift my arms or, you know, do a bunch of things that other people can do? I'm still a human and I'm still worthy of having somebody in my life who likes me. So yeah, not so much a question, but, you know, don't look at crippled people and think, oh, they're crippled. Just look at them and think, that's a decent person, or that's not a good person, stay away. But it's not because of how they get around or what they look like, you know? Yeah. So anyway, not a lot of questions, but it was fun to answer the ones that I got. If you have any more, let me know. I'll totally do another one. Like I said, I enjoy being open and honest. I can't talk about things that aren't mine to talk about, but if it's mine, I'm happy to talk about it because that's how we learn and grow and be good. All right, on that note, I'm going to stop yammering. Hopefully you like this video and this eye look. Let me know in the comment section. I really appreciate hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.